a long time since I've done a reaction to Death Note. I've been pretty lazy as of lately, I can admit. Yesterday I did a reaction to, well, I did a video to Miss Winnie Productions on my other channel, W's Reacts 1. So it's about, some all brands and them doing this copyright strikes, BS, all that nonsense that they're doing. So, but we're not gonna get into that right now. Today is Death Note Day. It's Friday. Let's have a good time. I'm reacting to episode 10. So I miss you guys doing this Death Note reactions. It's been a long time since I've done it. I've been so busy doing God knows what. So if y'all want to check me out on Instagram, the link will be in the description box below. With that being said, let's enjoy episode 10. Skip the intro because I don't know, because I don't even speak Japanese language. I need to learn one day. I'll start watching awesome video for this. I'm already following you on Instagram. Hey, it's okay, man. It's all good. I ain't mad at you.
I have to admit, I was surprised for you guys. I never thought you'd ask me to play tennis as a way to get to know each other. Is it a problem for you? Not at all. But when you first invited me to play, did you know how good I was?
Yes, I'll be fine though. It's been a while, but at one time I was actually the British junior champion.
If I ask him if he's British, would he think I'm trying to find out more about him because I'm Kira? Oh well, can't hurt to try. Ryuga, were you raised in the UK?
I lived in England for about 5 years when I was younger, but save your breath. Nothing in that story
Younger?
El's true identity, I promise you.
Oh, is that so?
Well, since it's our first match, why don't we just play a single set? First one to 6?
That's fine by me.
I bet it's gonna be some awkward game. Because he's really gonna get into his head.
Of tennis, nothing more. In and of itself, it won't determine if light is Kira. But I know Kira hates to lose.
Hey, listen, it's okay, man. I've seen Attack on Titans one time. I haven't gotten to the series, so, but hopefully I'll check it out soon.
15 love.
Whoa, Ryuga.
Plus, I heard there was some good stuff about it.
He who strikes first wins.
What do you mean you're not at liberty to say?
I'm very sorry, sir. We're under orders from L not to discuss the case with anyone, including you.
I'm not asking for details here, just what you're doing and where.
I'm very sorry, sir.
You know, Yagami,
I didn't realize that
case came to the public's attention and they
Death Note came out
People
and
are saying
came out like
that is incompetent, that L is incompetent.
With all due respect, sir, the rest of the department runs away with their tails between their legs, and we're incompetent.
12 years
Do you have
ago.
any idea how many people are
Dang,
left in task force
that's how long this
these
series
days?
been out? 12
If
years?
you're concerned with public opinion,
I'm shocked.
then you'll want to suppress the fact that most of our detectives would rather let a serial killer roam free than
Because
risk their lives.
I'm thinking this anime just came out recently.
Yagami, what about this L character? Can he be trusted?
You just
In my
can't.
opinion, he's a lot more capable than we are. Right now, even as we speak, he's risking his life.
Are these two really amateurs? Who are they anyway?
I think their names are like Yagami and Hideki Ryuga. These are the same two guys who scored perfect on the exam. Relax, Light. While it's true that Kira hates losing, it's also true that most people would rather win than lose. It's human nature. Is he going to think that I'm
That's fine. See you later.
I suppose I could just lose on purpose, but if I do, it could work against me. Since he'd expect Kira to want to win, he might also expect me to throw the match to avoid suspicion. I don't see any way that he can profile me based on a tennis match. So, I have to assume he has some other goal in mind. No way. I'm not going to let him win.
Look at that. He's going for the win.
That's 4 games all. Light Yagami to serve.
And just like that, we've got an umpire.
It's funny because Light has some weird names. Light, Kira.
I thought I'd heard the name Light Yagami somewhere before, so I checked. He was the 0203 junior high tennis champion. Apparently, during the 30-year award ceremony, he announced that he was hanging up his racket. And I guess he hasn't played competitively since.
Hey, But my Ryuga, don't tell me you haven't noticed him holding his own against this former junior high champ.
I can see the wheels turning, Light Yagami. I'm already in your head.
There's no way this tennis match will deepen our friendship. This is a token gesture, an elaborate act we'll go through so we can say we're closer.
Because I wanted to play tennis with you, you'll assume that I'm preparing to take a step closer, laying the groundwork to get to know you better.
And then you're going to try and trap me by getting me to say something that only Kira would know.
However, I'm sure you'll tell me you need to know if you can trust me first. And of course, the only way to win your trust will be to share what I know about Kira.
If you want me to discuss Kira with you, it only makes sense that I'd want to ask for proof that you are in charge of the investigation, and more importantly, that you are really L as you say you are.
So it goes without saying that the first thing you're going to want from me is...
some kind of confirmation from a third party that you really are L, which means
we'll have to go to Task Force headquarters.
Well, they both think alike, so...
One cannot win with defense alone. To win, you must attack!
Game and set! Won by Light Yagami! 6 games to 4!
Man, seems like L is really trying to get into Light's head, trying to get him to like say something.
It's been a while since I had to
But
play
both of them
that
go
part.
and I'm like, going to the task force.
I'm feeling kind of thirsty. Plus, there's something I wanted to ask you about. You want to go somewhere for a drink?
You humored me with the tennis match. The least I can do is answer some of your questions. But before this conversation goes any further, there's something I must tell you.
What's that?
I suspect that you, Light Yagami, are in fact Kira. Now, if you still want to ask me something, then please go ahead.
You think I'm Kira?
Well, when I say I
Well,
suspect
both-
you, it's only a 1%.
Well, both of you, aren't you?
That aside, I don't mind telling you that once I'm sure you aren't Kira, and I can verify that your deductive skills are as strong as I think they are, I'd like nothing more than to have you work with me on this investigation.
1%, huh? That was well worded. Because no matter how little he says he suspects me, it means he has grounds to prevent me from meeting anyone on the task force. It was quite the preemptive move on his part. He got me. This coffee shop is one of my favorites in the area, and if we sit here, there's no chance of anyone overhearing us.
Thanks for showing me this place. I can see why you like it.
Not to mention, we're so out of the way here, no one's going to give you a hard time about the way you sit.
I don't sit like this because I want to. I have to sit like this. You see, if I were to sit normally, my deductive skills would immediately be reduced by roughly 40%. So, what was it you wanted to ask me?
Right. I'm sure that can wait until you're convinced that I'm not Kira. So
This nigga might use all the cream on his coffee.
You're under no obligation to do this.
I'm sorry I'm a little late about this, but
Submitting
still.
yourself to a test of your deductive reasoning skills.
Sure, why not? Sounds like fun.
All right then. We can begin by taking a look at these. Photographs of 3 notes written by prison inmates while under Kira's control just prior to their deaths. None of this information has been made public. You can take as long as you want to look them over. Please let me know what you think.
Very interesting. Come on, this is child's play. There's a print number on the back of each of these photographs. If I ignored this fact and was still able to come up with the phrase, "L, do you know, gods of death love apples," what would that mean? Clearly, if I read it the way Kira intended on my first attempt, I'd only look more suspicious. But the fact that I'm able to solve this silly code isn't enough on its own to prove that I'm Kira. It would be quite amazing to learn that not only could Kira kill others, but could also control his victims' actions. I think Kira wrote these, and it seems he's encoded a message for you as well, almost as if he's mocking you. If you line these notes up side by side and take a look at the first letter of every line, it reveals a message. Rearranging it like this gives you... L, do you know? Gods of death love apples. But there are obvious print numbers on the back of all these photographs. Arrange it in that order, we get... L, do you know? Love apples, gods of death. That doesn't sound right. And based on that, it's hard to believe that Kira would have wanted you to read it this way.
That's incorrect.
Oh my god.
The thing
Dad,
is, there were
please.
actually 4 photographs. When we add this one, it reads... L, do you know? Gods of death who love apples have red hands.
It's a fake. I never made any criminal write the letter in this fourth picture. Is he stupid? But seeing as I only had 3 photographs to work with, my deduction was perfect.
No, it wasn't. The truth is, there were 4 of them. If you'd figured that out, it would have been perfect. Even though you knew the message was incomplete, you decided that there were only 3 notes.
God says he keeps me out wiggling his toes like that.
Damn him. This wasn't just about gauging my deductive reasoning skills. He wanted to see what my reaction would be. If I keep falling for his tricks, I'll be playing right into his hands. Well, you got me there. I didn't think of that. In any case, the likelihood this message will lead you to Kira is not very great. Besides, we all know gods of death don't exist.
If you were me, faced with someone who might be Kira, how would you go about establishing this person's innocence or guilt? You need to be absolutely sure.
I would probably try to get him to say something that was never made public in any way. Something that only Kira could know. Kinda like what you were doing just now.
Truly amazing. What's incredible is that I've asked countless detectives that same question, and it took most of them minutes to even come up with an answer. But you immediately thought of a scenario in which Kira is speaking directly to the investigator. I'm impressed. You'll make a fine detective, Light.
But it's a bit of a double-edged sword. The more impressive my answers, the more of a suspect I become.
Yes, it's about 3% now. However, it's made me that much more determined to work with you on this investigation. You see, I'm in a position where even if you are Kira, it would still be to my benefit to have you working alongside us. Do you know why I'd say that?
If I cooperate with you, there's a chance I can help the investigation to move forward. And if I'm Kira, I might reveal myself. In other words,
Aren't
whether
both
I'm
of you
Kira or not,
Kiras?
you stand to gain either way.
So you might as well just spill the
It's a very
beans.
smart move on your part. But I think you might be getting the wrong idea. It's true that I do have an interest in the Kira case, and yes, detective work is a hobby of mine. But I know that I'm not Kira, and I certainly don't want to be killed by him. Besides, what proof have you been able to give me that you yourself aren't Kira? I mean, it hardly seems fair for just one of us to be investigated, wouldn't you say? At this point, neither of us can prove that we're not Kira. However, if you are in fact L, I don't imagine it would be that hard for you to prove it to me. I think I'd be convinced if, say, my father or someone else from the task force headquarters was able to confirm your identity. If you can't do that, then I'm afraid I just won't be able to help you.
You sure talk a lot, don't you, Light? Typical for someone who hates losing. You got 7%. Could it really be him? I don't remember saying you couldn't meet anyone from task force headquarters to verify my identity. I am currently working alongside your father, as well as several other senior detectives from the NPA.
Hold on, guys.
Are you in business? Yes. Do you ever wish that you had like a little niece, like a little nephew, small? You ever wish that you had, that your sister had, man, like a kid? The kid.
Why would you even wish?
Because you had like a little nephew, man, like a little somebody like the girl, man. That's not what I'm saying. No, from the kid is what I'm saying. The sister.
I mean, as much as I want to have a nephew of my own, I'm not good with kids. I mean, I can barely take care of myself, first of all.
Yeah, not to support me.
I'm just saying.
I understand what you're saying. But you can take care of yourself. And I want you to take care of your health, Alright. Anything or whatever you want to do. Then, alright. If you get some money, I want you to start giving me all the money.
Why can't I have money in my own? That's what I said. What?
Like this camera. Oh yeah, I know about it. Hey look, make your sign. So whenever you in like you in there doing man like the news or
YouTube, Dad.
yeah, you know like
Alright.
you remember my wife.
Alright.
Yeah.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
Worried for his father.
So, Miyazaki, now that you've had the chance to talk to my son, is he cleared as a suspect?
When I say I suspect him, you should know it's very minor. We've gone over this, but I'll explain it again. Not long ago, Kira killed 12 FBI agents who'd come to Japan to assist us. They were instructed to follow people connected to the Japanese police. One of these agents, Ray Penber, exhibited unusual behavior before he died.
I understand, and I was one of the people Ray Penber was investigating before he died. It only makes sense I'd be a suspect. Nope, to be more precise, there's no one else you could suspect.
I find Light's deductive powers quite impressive. He's always quick and to the point.
Ryuga, I'd like to help with the investigation. My father has erased any doubts I might have had regarding your true identity. Also, I'd like nothing more than to catch Kira so I can prove once and for all that I'm not him.
No, Light. This is a time in your life when you should be studying to become a police officer. It won't be too late to join us once you are done.
Come on, Dad, what are you talking about? Who knows how many years that'll take? Besides, don't you remember my promise? That if something ever happened to you, I would find Kira and make sure he gets executed.
I refuse to believe that my son could turn out to be Kira.
This doesn't seem like an act to me. Or if it is, it's too cheesy.
Light, listen to me. Kira is pure evil. We can all agree on that. But recently I've started thinking of this whole situation in a different way. What is truly evil is the power to kill people. And any person who has come to possess this kind of power is cursed. No matter how you use it, no true happiness can be obtained like that. Not by killing other people.
I think you're absolutely right. If Kira is just a normal person who somehow obtained this awful power, I would say that he's cursed.
Ryuzaki, I'm sorry for all this trouble, but I'll be back at work as soon as the doctors let me out of here.
Excuse me. Visiting hours were over 10 minutes ago.
This girl.
Ryuga, what would it take to get you to believe that I'm not Kira? Please, isn't there something?
If you aren't Kira, it won't be necessary. Let things run their course and the truth will be revealed.
I can't take this anymore. Put yourself in my position. How do you think it feels to be accused of being Kira?
It was one of the worst feelings ever.
What if you were to lock me up for a month in a place with no TV or any other kind of access to the outside world and keep a constant watch over me?
Would any normal person be willing to go to such extreme measures to clear their name? That's no good. I can't do anything that would deprive you of basic human rights. And furthermore, it's complete nonsense for the investigator to take suggestions from his suspect.
I understand.
Don't worry so much. Be patient. It'll become apparent to us if you're not Kira.
Somebody's
Listening to the
Kira.
conversation between
Either you or
and
him.
father, I was almost convinced you might not be him. Light, please take good care of Mr. Yagami.
Oh, one more thing. I know I agreed to help with the investigation, but I don't think I'll be able to do much until my father is healthy again.
Yes, of course. Well then.
Hideki Ryuga. Ryuzaki. He's the L I've been fighting this whole time. What is his real name?
Light Yagami. Are you not Kira?
Ryuk. Huh? I never once felt cursed since I picked up the Death Note. In fact, the thought never even crossed my mind. I'm happier than I've ever been, all thanks to this power. I'm going to create a perfect world.
Honestly, I could care less whether you feel cursed or happy to have a notebook. I leave that sentimental crap to you humans. But normally humans who come into contact with the Shinigami have nothing but misfortune.
That's interesting. But I have no intentions of repeating that pattern.
Well, I hope you're right about that.
What is this crap? Don't tell me this is your idea of a proposal! Listen, you people must think that just mentioning Kira's name is enough to get us the ratings we need, huh? Well, you're wrong. Our program gets the ratings because we cover the stories that the other stations won't touch. If it bleeds, it leads. What I need is a good freaking story, not this crap. Now get out there and find me a story.
But the police won't talk, sir. It's been impossible to get details from them lately.
Idiot! I don't pay you to complain. If they won't give you anything, then get creative.
Mr. Demagawa, sir, this is for you.
What is it?
Uh-oh.
So who is this from? Huh? Now this is more like it. This is what I call a story. It's almost too good to be true. A message to the world from Kira. If you do not broadcast these tapes, I will kill your company's board of directors one by one. Who wouldn't air these?
Oh, wow.
For real, our ratings are gonna go through the roof. Holy crap! I'm so excited I feel like I'm having a heart attack here.
Wow. You know, so we pretty much left episode 10 on a cliffhanger. I wonder who is this Kira. But I have to say this Death Note series is off the chain. It just seems like Light and Ryuk are arguing with each other in their heads. Ryuk is trying to get in Light's head, trying to get him to spread the word to the FBI agents about who Kira really is. So if it's not the two of them, who is? So that's what this whole episode is about. And Light is trying to act like he is not Kira, but yet he's the one going out doing all the killings everywhere in Japan, writing their names in the books. They're all suffering from heart attacks. And it's quite obvious to me that one of them is Kira. So spare me the spoiler-free episodes. So I mean, I'd rather, you know what? Why don't we react to another episode right now instead of me like ending this on a cliffhanger? Because I would like to know what is up with the Kira part. So instead of me like ending this stream, we're gonna keep it going. Because I want to know about the Kira issue. Because I mean, it seems like this show got me curious all of a sudden. So, we're going to react to episode 11 right now. We're going to skip the intro. Because y'all know how I do.
Regarding Naomi Misura's disappearance, shouldn't we open an investigation into this matter?
If we do, it should be coordinated separately from the Kira case. Also, we'll have to use police sketches instead of actual photos.
We're talking about someone who's been missing for 4 months already. Chances are
we're back, guys.
Dead.
If you're right about that, I find it odd that we haven't found her body yet. If we did, it might provide us with some much-needed physical evidence.
Ryuzaki, something seems to be happening on Sakura TV. In other words, all of the reporters and staff here are Kira's hostages. Aside from that, we have a professional obligation to share this message with you. I assure you that this is not a hoax, and that Sakura TV is not airing this tape for the purposes of sensationalism.
Kira's hostages? What is this?
4 days ago, our program director here at Sakura TV received 4 tapes. After a thorough examination, there can be no doubt that they are from Kira himself.
Our audience rating should go up 60, no more like 70%.
This dude is like so bloodthirsty for ratings.
The tape we received contained a prediction.
He wants
regarding
attention.
the time of death of 2 suspected criminals who'd recently been arrested. And as predicted, at the exact time that Kira had specified, both men died suddenly of heart attacks yesterday.
If what they're saying is true, it's clearly something that only Kira could do.
I mean, it's all because of Light. He's Kira.
Second tape today at exactly 5:59 p.m. And
So why all of a sudden you want to deny it now?
This tape should offer proof of his powers by predicting yet another death. Beyond that, we understand that it contains a message to all the people of the world from Kira.
This has to be another fake, don't you think? I doubt it. I'm pretty sure even Sakura TV wouldn't stoop that low.
And now, the video.
I am Kira. If this video was being aired on April 18th,
Yeah, that's Life's voice. That sounds exactly like Life's voice. Even though they added the voice into deeper, I can tell by his language.
The news anchor, Mr. Kazuhiko Hibima, will die of a heart attack at exactly 6 o'clock.
What? Change it.
It can't be.
Just like that.
How could he?
Change the channel back. And I need you to bring us another TV, Watari. No, make it 2.
Yes. This is punishment. I will present you with another victim. My next target is NHN TV commentator, Mr. Seiji Kumaizumi, who is scheduled to appear in a live broadcast. He too has dared to defy Kira.
Uruzaki?
Change it to channel 24. Please change it.
Good grief, all them dying of heart attacks?
Now that you've seen proof of my powers, you should have no trouble believing that I am Kira.
Kira said that he was going to send a message to the people of the world.
Imagine if somebody with the real Death Note but would have done that to you for real.
Get Sakura TV on the line.
Man, you would have been in jail for life. If you wrote that person's name in the book in real life, died of a heart attack on it or something. Yeah.
Damn it! Okita, I'll stop this broadcast myself if that's what it takes.
People of the world, please listen to me. The last thing I want to do is kill the innocent. I hate evil and love justice. I've always thought of the police as allies, not as enemies.
Damn you, Kira.
I intend to create a new world, a perfect world that is free from evil. If you agree to join me in my mission, I know we can make it happen. And as long as no one tries to catch me, I promise that the innocent will not die.
Come on!
Even if you don't agree with me, all I ask is that you not publicize your views in the media. If you can do that, you will be spared. All you have to do now is be patient. I will create a better world that we can all enjoy. Say goodbye to the world as you know it. Soon, we'll have a new world ruled by benevolence, inhabited with kind-hearted, honest people. Try to imagine it. A world where the police and I...
That's crazy. He's like super bloodthirsty.
Darling, this can't be good for your health. Please, you have to rest.
Sachiko, like it or not, I am still in charge of the Kira task force.
Really? But you don't seem like it.
Damn, it's locked! This is the police! Open up! Oh, you idiots!
Oh, don't tell me he's gonna die. Really? Bruh. You have got to be kidding me. An FBI agent just died?
Don't let that intrude!
TV studio.
Aizawa, look!
Are you kidding me right now?
As you can see, someone has collapsed just outside the door. Again, we're coming to you live from the Sakura TV.
Bruh, this Kira is like ruthless.
Damn it! Kira did this.
Mr. Aizawa, where are you going?
Where do you think? I've got to go there.
You can't. Please think about this rationally.
What, you want me to just sit here and watch TV?
If this truly is the work of Kira, you'll just meet the same fate if you go there.
You told us that Kira couldn't kill without a name. So how could this happen? The aliases and fake police IDs were worthless. What are we gonna do, El? You don't think Kira has all our names already, do you?
That's a definite possibility. However, if that's the case, you'd think it would be easier for him to kill off the entire task force before making a move. Initially, I deduced that Kira needed both a name and a face to kill. But from what we've just seen, I'd say it's not entirely impossible that Kira can kill with only a face. All I know for sure is that Kira is either in that TV station or he's somewhere close by, in a place where he can watch everyone who enters the building. Perhaps he's in an...
If Kira is in the area, then isn't that why we should get down there?
For all we know, he could have just placed surveillance cameras in the area. If we rush down there unprepared, all of us will be killed.
Wasn't it you who said we'd have to risk our lives to catch Kira?
I meant what
I love how the dude is all concerned and stuff. Because Lord knows he's going to be next to die.
My life are two entirely different things.
Oh, yeah?
Please control yourself. We've lost Ukita. I understand you want to go there, but if something was to happen to you as well...
I now await a response from the police. They must decide whether or not they'll help me create a better world for all of us. Please announce your decision on the 6 o'clock news in 4 days. I prepared 2 videos. One to be aired if the answer is yes, and another if the answer is no.
What the hell's going on? Hey, step out of the vehicle!
The Kira video. Show me which studio they're broadcasting it from.
A vehicle has just driven through the front doors of the station.
Oh, they're in trouble now.
Well, that's one way to get into the building without being seen by Kira.
But who would... This is the police! Stop this broadcast immediately!
Who are you? Hand those tapes over to me. Do you understand? Hold on, officer. It's not that simple. My hands are tied here. If we stop this broadcast, you'll kill all of us.
Shut up! You're gonna be killed right here and now if you don't give those tapes to me!
What? Come on, what the hell do you think you're doing? This is crazy!
This is happening because you chose to make Kira a celebrity! You're getting exactly what you deserve! I want every single copy you have, and don't make me ask you again!
I got it. I'll give them to you. No problem. Just please stop waving that gun around. You're acting like a madman.
We're still outside Sakura TV. As you can see, a police car has just arrived.
So we're not alone. There are still other officers out there who are willing to stand up to Kira.
Mr. Aizawa, you know Deputy Director Kitamura's cell phone number, right?
Aizawa, I told you not to call me on this phone.
This is L. There's something I need you to do for me. There may be police officers who will see this broadcast and feel moved to take action in the name of justice. If you don't take control of this situation quickly, there will be a disaster.
But technically, we're not supposed to be involved in this case.
Oh, 2 police officers have just collapsed on the sidewalk. I think we may be in danger. We're moving away from the scene.
Yeah, I stayed home.
I see your point now. Tell me what I should do.
Are there ain't enough police officers in Japan? Because
Call him back immediately and give me the phone.
this Kira guy is like ruthless right now, killing everybody left and right.
Mr. Yagami. So you're the one driving the police van.
That's right. I couldn't just sit and watch. I've confiscated all of the tapes. I'm bringing them to you.
But what about your condition? Are you all right?
I'm feeling just fine. To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever felt more alive. So what do you think I should do now? I'd say going out the front would be too dangerous. But I could always use the police van again.
Please hold the line for a second. Deputy Director Kitamura, it was Chief Yagami who just drove into the building. Are your preparations complete?
It's done as you requested.
Mr. Yagami, listen carefully. In exactly 5 minutes, I want you to come out the front entrance.
You want me to exit through the front entrance?
Bro, the animation looks good.
Make sure there are no gaps. Do not reveal your
Where in the world did he come from?
He is outside.
Thank you. I'll drive myself.
Oh, so he's making an escape. So they're all just there in front of the building.
There's a very good chance that Kira is still in the vicinity of the station. As you move out, proceed with caution. You are not to remove your helmet.
I'm tired, y'all.
There you have it. The police refuse to cooperate.
Long day.
Instead, they are preparing to fight. And as much as I fear for my own life in saying so, this is right. And it must be done. Kira has become a threat to our very constitution. And as citizens, we must fight back. I am NHN's Golden News anchor, Koki Tanakabara.
Chief Yagami.
Welcome back, Chief. Ryuzaki, I apologize for taking matters into my own hands. I have to admit I got a little bit carried away. Here, these are all of the tapes in an envelope. Everything Kira sent to the station is in here.
I can't thank you enough.
I think I'd better rest for a minute. Oh.
Mr. Yagami, this won't go to waste. The postmark is from Osaka. But Kira can control his victims before they die, so he could have delivered it from Osaka without
He did
himself.
Light is Kira.
Mr.
He's
Naito,
responsible for all the
to
deaths.
the crime lab right away.
I still have a couple of friends down there. I'll make sure they go over every inch of this.
That's good, please do so. While you're doing that, I'm going to watch these tapes to see if they can tell us anything.
Well, what do you make of these?
They were definitely interesting. If the police had said yes and agreed to cooperate with Kira, tape number 3 was supposed to be aired. Tape 4 if the answer was no. Tape 3 covers the terms of cooperation. Put simply, he's requesting that we broadcast the names of more criminals. He seems particularly interested in those who have assaulted others or those who have somehow hurt or taken advantage of the weak and defenseless. Of course, Kira would play the role of judge in all of this. Furthermore, as proof that the police are willing to cooperate, he wants police officials
See, these one comments there, it's the same one.
and make a public announcement that we plan to cooperate with him. He needs us to reveal our faces. That way he can kill us if the police do anything suspicious. In other words, he'll hold our lives as insurance.
I see. So what about the content of the 4th video if we were to answer no?
The wording was different, but he more or less says the same thing. Mr. Yagami, it should go without saying that the answer is no. Please have someone take tape number 4 over to Sakura TV and authorize them to broadcast it.
I can only say it's a shame that your answer is no. It's clear that the police wish to oppose me. This will not go unpunished. So, I'll start by taking the life of either the Director General of the NPA or the detective known as L, who is currently leading the investigation against me.
Dang.
The Director General, or L, who will pay the price for your refusal to cooperate in the creation of a peaceful world. You have 4 days to decide.
This is crazy. It seems like Light is like winning.
It looks like I've even got God on my side now. Well, I suppose it's actually...
Well, I always want to bring God up. And you're clearly the devil here, so...
Another Shinigami has come to the human world. And somehow that Shinigami's death note has fallen into the hands of someone who agrees with Kira. And this person most likely has the Shinigami eyes, which makes him very deadly. His power to kill surpasses even mine. One thing is for certain, if I leave things, I'm pretty sure that L will be finished off within the next 4 days. However, I can't forgive this imposter for the way he's tarnishing Kira's image with these senseless killings. Not to mention, if he slips up and gets caught, the death note could be discovered, and that I cannot allow. I can't afford to leave him alone for much longer. Therefore, what needs to happen very soon is for me...
I just thought about something too, y'all, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do from now on when I do Death Note reaction series, instead of just like doing 1 episode at a time.
Ryuzaki, I'm afraid it's as you thought. Several of our member countries have weighed in, and it seems they are in favor of having the real L appear on TV.
I think that's the most appropriate choice given the options. Well, we still have 3 days before it happens. Maybe we can find some countermeasure. After all this, it would really annoy me.
If I'm killed by the first person to jump on the Kira bandwagon.
Ryuzaki, what do you mean by that?
That there's a strong possibility that this Kira's a fake. No, we should think of him more as a second Kira.
A second Kira?
I don't understand. Why do you think there's a copycat? How did you come to that conclusion?
Okay, I'm trying to figure out why would he say a second Kira. I thought it was only just one.
Was to prove to Sakura TV staff that he is Kira. Both their names were only reported in tabloids and daytime talk shows, so they weren't exactly hardened criminals. The real Kira has no need to prove himself using such insignificant criminals, but from the perspective of the second Kira, he'd want to make absolutely certain that he didn't predict the death of a criminal who could be killed by the real Kira first.
Ryuzaki, if you had to put a number on it, what's the probability of a second Kira?
This time I'd say it's more than 70%. I really don't like the way he operates. It's not like Kira.
Not like him?
In the past, he has traditionally avoided killing innocent people, with the exception of those who were trying to catch him. Anyway, if we can capture one Kira, I think that will provide us with a lot of insight into how we can find the other one. Mr. I'd like your permission to ask your son to cooperate with us on the investigation.
If you want my son to join the task force, does this mean you no longer suspect him?
Well, I can't say that he's been
I gotta charge my phone,
but
guys.
his deductive abilities would be invaluable to us right now.
So that's what it means. If my son wants to cooperate with you, then I have no reason to prevent it.
I appreciate that. However, please don't tell him that we think this latest Kira might be a fake. I don't want him to know that yet. We want to make it appear to him that we're still chasing the same Kira.
Nisa, I gave that death note to you, so why not use it for yourself?
Nisa.
I am using it for myself because I believe in what Kira is.
So there is a second Kira. A blonde girl named Nisa is using the Shinigami.
That's the only reason
It all makes sense now.
To that TV station. I had to find some way to make Kira notice me. And I'd say that probably got his attention. Don't you think?
It's a dangerous game you're playing. There's a chance you could be killed. Do you understand?
It's all right. I'm sure that Kira is kind to those with pure hearts. And if it came down to that, I'm still stronger than he is. Because I have the eyes.
Okay. This kind of freaked me out. I have no idea this was like coming. So what can I say about this episode? Some people at the news trying to get attention, trying to broadcast this thing. Kira has only killed like what, 2 people already. They didn't get the the whole SWAT team in front of the building trying to capture Kira, but nothing works. So it's clear to me that it's not only one Kira, it's 2 Kiras. So in the end of the episode, we finally found out who the second Kira is, and it turns out to be Nisa. So she's the one carrying the Shinigami book. So it could be her that was doing the killings, or Light. I'm not sure, but that's why I'm doing this reactions to Death Note, because I want to know more on the series. And don't get me wrong, I love this series so far. It's one of my favorite animes so far. But the thing is that there's still some unanswered questions of who is Kira. Because a few episodes in the past, Kira told on himself to the fiance of a deceased boyfriend. So as soon as he told her that, she ended up committing suicide, thanks to what he wrote in the Death Note book. So what can I say? Another great episode, another great series. I tell you what. The next time I do reactions to Death Note, I'm gonna do 3 episodes in one video. So that way I won't have to in one stream video one by one, so I could just do 3 videos into one. So something like that. Yeah. If you guys enjoy my video, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram, Devin Jack Studio, and I'll see you later.